You woke up in the early morning hours inside a bed, head pounding, and your nether regions feeling quite sore. You suppressed a chuckle. Must have been a great night. Too bad you had been too drunk to remember half of it. You stretched before finally allowing yourself to open your eyes. That was your ceiling lamp. Good. So you were at least home. Then you let your fingers glide across your unclothed form. Nothing hurt. Well, maybe except for a few bruises. But no scars. That was also good. You were beginning to theorize what happened last night. And without much hesitation, you rolled on your side to look next to you. A green tuft of hair sat next to you on a pillow. Oh boy, you did it again. Amused, you licked your lips before gently boring yourself into your bedfellow's neck. Izuku Deku Midoriya. Such a treat. Deku was the second in the race for #1 hero, only just barely being less popular than the current #1 grape juice. A defeat that really seemed to stuck his nerves. Which was uncharacteristic for the otherwise kind soul that was Izuku. As you smelled his hair, the memories of last night slowly returned. You sighed. He was drunk. So were you. It had been some stupid hero celebration at his agency, and he just couldn't keep his hands off you. Not that you minded, of course. Izuku hummed. Morning, Ochako, he whispered. Wrong person, you purred. Immediately the hero was awake. Oh no! Oh no! Midoriya tried to sit up, but your iron grip around him prevented him from doing so. I can't believe I did that. You smirked and put a hickey on his neck. His skin tasted salty and was soft and tender. This man was such a gift. What can't you believe, Izuku? You whispered after separating from him. And as he rubbed over the spot, he whimpered, I cheated on her again, did I? Ever since Izuku's UA days, he had been living with Ochako, Urevity, or Araka. The girl had been your middle school friend, and the two of you still had a very good relationship. In fact, you worked at the same agency with him. Problem was, Izuku's libido, it was a little too strong for her liking, leaving the man frustrated more often than not. One day he had just cracked. That was the first time he had cheated on her. With you. You hummed amused. And? I love her, he cried. He buried his face behind his hands. I need to stop doing this. I have to. You huffed, but continued to press yourself against him, your hands gently caressing his defined muscles. He was such a hunk. Izuku groaned as he felt your fingers dance across his sensitive chest. Stop doing that, he complained. But he didn't push you away. You really are a tough one, Deku. If you like spending nights with me that much, why don't you just break up with her and come to me? Your words sounded like poison. The serpent in the garden. What I have with you is nothing compared to what I have with her. It's just... Finally, he peeled himself off of you. Disappointed, you fell back on your bed and rolled to the side, opening your nightstand and taking out a cigarette and a lighter. As you lit up the nicotine stick, Midoriya put on his underwear from last night, before the humming of his phone threw both of you off guard. You lunged towards it in the hopes to get it first, but he was faster, giving you an angry look as you just smiled back at him. Hello? He started. His face turned into cold shock. Oh, Raka! Good morning! You suppressed laughing out loud by taking a drag from your cigarette. No, I was, I slept in a motel. I was pretty drunk last night. It would have been very, dumb of me to drive. This was your favorite part of the mornings. I know. He blinked and sighed. Yes, I know. He looked at you helplessly, but you just smugly blew smoke at his face. He gave a quiet cough. No, I probably just got a cold from, the motel. He stopped mid-sentence. You couldn't quite make out what Uraka was saying, but it sounded like she was starting to get louder. I know. He sounded so defeated. Nice. The conversation with his hero girlfriend continued for some time, and if it wasn't for his borderline cartoony facial expressions, you would have left and made breakfast for yourself. You lived for these moments. Did that make you a bad person? Probably. Did you care? Definitely not. Yeah, love you too, he said eventually, and you snorted. No, there's no one here. That's the piping whenever someone in the next room uses, like, the sink. Yes, and it makes this noise. I know. Yes. Yes, that's why I sound so tired. Yeah. See you soon. Love you. Bye. Finally, he hung up. Izuku looked at you enraged. Why are you doing this to me? You narrowed your eyes. Because clearly you have feelings for me that you are denying. I really don't. You shrugged. And put some clothes on. He threw your shirt from last night at your face in frustration. Your two babies really were distracting him, weren't they? Once again you chuckled and reluctantly put on your shirt. I need to stop doing this, he muttered. This was the last time. You blinked. Sure. I mean it! You know, the first time you said that, I actually believed you. The second time you shouted it at me, I was a little bit skeptical. This is what? The 7th time you promised? Oh, God. He started crying again. What am I doing? To him right now you were worse than Shigaraki, or even All for One. Because this problem with you couldn't be dealt with by the use of his quirk. Adult relationships are hard, huh, Deku? He blushed hard. Smugly you leaned forward and took another drag of your cigarette. You heroes, idolized since childhood, never really grow up, do you? He sniffed. Aizawa did. All Might did. You shrugged. Do you really want me to start counting the countless names of heroes who to this day act like fucking babies? Those are just their public personas. Yeah, sure. You scoffed. Tell yourself that. You're about to put your smoke stick back into your mouth when he quickly grabbed it and threw it away. And stop smoking! The smell gives me a headache. Irritated, you just glanced at him. Fine, you barked. Let's eat breakfast. Your suggestion was only met with deaf ears. No, I need to go. She's waiting for me and I already ruined enough. He got up on his feet and began dressing himself up. With a smug grin, you lie down on your stomach, admiring his physique. Wait, you said as he was about to put on his shirt. What now? Put it on, but slowly. Let Mama enjoy it. He blinked, face turning red. This isn't some game! You smirked. It really was for you. Plus, you really pulled a number on him, did you? Rolling on your back, you chuckled, looking at his upside-down face. You're adorable, Deku. He took a few steps towards your bedroom door. When can I expect you next so I can prepare some food for us? He stared daggers at you before quickly leaving. You sighed heavily before walking over to your bedroom window and opening it. Looking out at the streets below you, your eyes quickly found Deku, who was frantically looking for his car. Oh, Deku! You shouted down at him. Shuddering, he looked up at you. What? You came here with my car. You smirked. Yours is still at the agency. Remember? He didn't react, just walked up to the sidewalk and sat down, inhaling, then exhaling. Without another word, he began marching up the streets after a short breakdown. Izuku, always such a dork. You leaned back inside once he left your vision and began cleaning your apartment. Everywhere it smelled like him. Most flat surfaces had their belongings carelessly shoved onto the ground to make more room. All of this atmosphere, it filled you with a feeling of satisfaction and pure lust. This was probably a side effect of one of his quirks, you thought. Well, regardless of that, you needed to let in some fresh air or you'd be flustered all day from Deku's odor alone. And the next few days were the typical awkwardness after he cheated on Uraka. You and her were both working at his agency, and God protect this girl, she didn't suspect a thing. Such a little angel. Izuku, meanwhile, couldn't keep his eyes off you, and whenever you caught him, his face turned sour, before frantically looking away. One evening, roughly 2 weeks after your last debacle, you sat in the employee cafeteria when Uraka sat down next to you. She smiled at you, brightly. Seats taken? You smirked. No, of course not. She then waved Deku over, who hesitantly sat down in front of you. What a day, sighed Ochako. We have an interview at 1 p.m. and Izuku is invited tonight to the Hero Gala in the Yavin district. You grinned, and Izuku blushed. Oh, is he now? You said. Biting your lower lip, you raised your leg and brushed against his. He shook, but managed not to yelp. I haven't heard anything of that. Uraka giggled. Yeah, he's supposed to be a secret star guest. This will surely be a really big thing. Your foot went up his leg before settling on his crotch, teasing him. Man, I hope he won't make an ass of himself. You chuckled. Uraka looked at you. He won't. Right, Deku? Yeah. Aw, are you shy? Her eyes met his. Yes, Deku. Are you getting shy on us? He gave you a look that told you to back off, but it just made it more fun to tease him. Deku gulped and ate a few of his fries before standing up. A clear bulge in his pants that Uraka didn't seem to notice. I need to go use the bathroom. Also, I'm not that hungry anymore, he muttered. And it took you an incredible amount of determination to not burst out laughing right then and there. Oh, okay, said his girlfriend, clearly disappointed. But now she put all her attention on you and began to explain in every detail how this gala appearance was supposed to go down. But all you could think about now was what would inevitably happen tonight. After all, he couldn't control himself whenever he got drunk. It was late, and you had just finished your second bottle of Charger's Best, a tequila brand owned by the stun gun hero Chargebolt. It was a cool brand. It came in these cool skull-shaped bottles. Cool really was the best way to put it here. But you sighed. Maybe Izuku did finally grow up. However, just as you were about to enjoy your buzz and lie down, the doorbell rung. You could already tell who it was. With a red face, you opened your apartment door. A drunk Izuku in a suit before you. His tie hung loose, eyes half-lidded and needy. Hey there, you purred, knowing exactly what would happen next. Sex, now, he ordered. You raised an eyebrow. Please, he added. Without another word, you grabbed his tie and pulled him closer, forcefully pressing your plump lips against his quivering ones. He tasted like champagne, wine, and all those other high society crap. Your tongues only barely just touching before he plunged deep inside of your mouth as he pushed himself entirely on you. Smirking, you could tell this night was going to be good.